Hello, I'm back again. Got interrupted in this video earlier, so I had to start it all over. Okay, but this is I naturally love it, so it's not even a big deal to start all over. Anyway, all right, let me get this set up my laptop, so just in case if somebody decides to type to me while I'm talking, I can actually see them. All right, all right. My name is LJ Young, and I'm a 100% debt free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free so they can financially see. And when I say see, I mean see money the way it's supposed to be viewed. For 40 years, for the first 40 years of my life, I was trapped in what I call the debt matrix. The debt matrix is a place where everybody that believes in credit and debt, they all live here. They believe they can't buy anything without it. They can't get a car, house, phone, shoes, shirts, whatever. They live here, and they believe if a person has a high credit score, they have money, they must be rich, they know how to manage money well, and all this other stuff. And that's not true. But when I lived in the debt matrix, I believed it to be true. Okay? And what I've also discovered, now that I'm outside of the debt matrix, what I've also discovered a couple of new things about once I no longer live there. I now understand that money is spoken in two languages, debt and debt free. If you've always been in debt all your life, you only speak debt. I promise you. You have no idea the language of debt free even exists, nor have you even probably bothered to even look for it because you probably just thought, just like I did, debt was just part of life. That's not true. I've also understood that wealth is not money. Wealth is owning the time in your life. The more you sell, the less you own. See how that works? Because you can't get more time. You can't borrow none from your friends, from your auntie, from your, hey, dad, can I borrow a couple of years of yours? He'd probably say, hell no, you can't borrow it. Not even a year of mine. But you can't borrow it. It's the most expensive, the most valuable commodity on earth is the time in your life. I've also learned that money, you know why they call it currency? Because you're not supposed to chase it. You're supposed to draw it to you. That's why they call it currency. If you took a lamp and plugged it in, would you chase the current to make it turn on the light bulb? No. You would plug it in, turn on the light, and the light would draw the current to it. And bye-bye, bam. That's how it happens. So when you own the majority, if not all the time in your life, you have time to create something that's worth value to the world. You take that, you cultivate that value, plug it into the earth. And if the people like it, guess what? Money comes to you. Currency, voila. That's how it works. It's so simple. And I'm going to give you guys the master mathematical formula to becoming wealthy. And it's only fifth grade math. Savings minus debt equals your net worth, equals the money you have in real life. Savings minus debt. So take up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Now, when you look at that number, all you got to do is believe it. So the things I'm telling you, everything I'm telling you might sound strange. If you're new to my channel, it's going to sound strange. I'm going to sound crazy. I guarantee you're never going to hear what I tell you from anybody else, if not this many people. That's not even bragging. I'm just saying what it is. What is. It's not bragging when I say that. I'm not saying I'm the best in the world. I'm saying it's just most of the people are blind to it. That's it. Nothing math. Fifth grade math, I don't consider myself a genius. It's just fifth grade math. So if you don't like what I'm saying or it sounds, all you got to do, all I'm saying is, why do I say what I say? Because math says so. Always say that. When some financial advisor tries to convince you of something, you add up your math and you say, but how am I supposed to invest if I'm in the negative? And then he's going to give you some finagled numbers. All you got to do is turn to it and say, I can't do that. Why? Math says so. Write it down on a piece of paper behind you, maybe just to show it up, make a sign of it. Why can't you do that? Because math says so? Math says so. Now, if they disagree with math, you got to question yourself. Why are they disagreeing with math? I didn't invent math. Okay, all right. When it comes to now to the topic, middle class, the financial average. So the middle class is considered the average, where millions of people live. Okay? Again, what I'm about to tell you, nobody's ever going to tell you this way because not too many people understand it this way. When it comes to making money, stop thinking of yourself as a single, like you're away from the collective. Okay, you're part of the collective because if you went over here and tried to make money, somebody's got to buy your stuff from you for you to become rich, right? So you have to be part of the collective, but you don't have to be same mindset as them. You can be on different levels of the collective. Okay, you don't have to be on the same level as the collective. You're still part of the collective, but you don't have to be on the same level as the collective. So I'm gonna give you an idea so you can understand how this works. And it's called phantom income, really. Phantom income, and I'm explaining it, okay? Now, how I get my information, this is how I don't go some fancy finance page and all these numbers running across the screen and all this. If you're in the negative, none of that stuff means anything to you. Don't even pay attention to it. If you don't know your own finances, don't worry about that stuff you see on the screen because you have no idea who's putting it up there and why they're putting it up there, okay? It doesn't mean anything to you. Now, when I watch the regular news, and when I see the news go, hey, the average car notes, let's give you an example. The average car note is $600 a month. Okay? Now, people in the debt matrix, it'll kind of make them feel good. Oh, whew, okay, everybody's paying the same thing I'm paying. Only people in the debt matrix think like that. With you, this is how I'd listen to the news. If the average car note is $600, how can I get mine down to $300? If you get yours down to $300, guess what? You're making $300 more a month than the average. If you want to take it a step further, save up, buy a nice car cash. Don't listen to what the average people say because they'll talk about you. They'll think you're broke, you're poor because you're driving an older car with no payments. They'll think he must got bad credit. That's the only reason why he's driving that car. Oh, he can't afford to have payments to get in. It's just the way that the people in the debt matrix. No, don't think like that. Step out, step above, and you go, if I don't have a car note, I will be making $600 more a month than the average. That's money in your pocket. I know you can't physically see it, but if you're in debt, you still don't physically see the money. You don't see it because it's going out everywhere. Your money's already owed to people, so you don't physically see it. It's the same thing. Do the math. I know it sounds crazy, but pull out your calculator on your phone and do the math. Here's another one. If the average mortgage payment is $2,000, see how you can get yours down to $1,000. Now you've been making $1,000 more than the average. I'm not adding the two up. I'm just saying on this particular example. But you can see in yourself how that would add up fast. If the average student loan is now student loans are in the trillions. If the average student loan is $30,000 and you paid yours off, you'll be financially ahead $30,000 than the average people. And theirs is continuing to climbing because of interest. You pay yours off, yours stop. That's guaranteed ROI because that's guaranteed. You won't be paying the interest that was being made on that loan. And plus the average people that have that loan are making those payments. That's how far ahead you are than the average. If you're in debt, I know you don't see the money. Again, if you're in debt, you don't see the money either because it's already allocated to other people. Why? You're signing finance papers. You're promising your future earnings to other people. So you don't physically see it. It's not yours. Whether you go get the dollars or not, it's really not yours. Math, why? Because math says so. If the average person is in the 20, another one. If the average person is in the 24 percentile tax bracket, figure out how you can get yours down to the 22 percentile tax bracket or even less. You'll be saving that much more in taxes than the average. Now I know most of you, if you're new to this channel, you're probably thinking, oh my God, that's tax evasion. Only the people in the debt matrix believe that. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. You can avoid taxes. That's 100% legal. You just got to take the time to figure out. That inclines that you must understand the tax system to be able to do that, to play within the rules. And it's possible. You can do that. It's no different than this. Imagine they just built a road in your town. Now, before, to get to the destination B, I'm going to say you're A, this B, you had to go all the way around to get to B. But they build a new road, but they're going to charge you to use that road. You're like, man, it's faster and easier. I'm going to just get on that, pay that money, and go straight to B. Okay? It's the same way in your taxes. If you figure out other ways within the system legally how to get to the same destination, take the time to understand the additional steps to get to destination B and save money. Tax evasion versus tax avoidance. If the average, which is usually the middle class, are paying whatever they're paying, if the average person finances a cell phone and you don't, that's money in your pocket. You get see how that works? Stay away from being stuck in the average. And all you got to do is just listen. Just listen. Everything I'm telling you, right? It's out in the open. None of this information I'm telling you is hidden. None of it. And it's only 5th grade math. Why? Because math says so. If you have any questions on what I say or how I say it, if I'm not explaining it fully, make a comment. Email me at DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. Make a comment on my Facebook, DebtAintMyDaddy on Facebook, DebtAintMyDaddy on Instagram, DebtAintMyDaddy.com. Free 15-minute consultation to help you feel this freedom. You want to be truly financially free? Unlike most of the people in the United States, come talk to me. I have the answer, I promise you. And I'll prove it all with math. All you got to do is believe it.